Morning, everybody. So it's another Sunday and we are off for another hike. Got Chris, Danny, and Steve with me. This is going to be epic. We're going up to Indian Point. So just a little 7.5 mile round trip, 2,800 foot elevation gain. So should be a lot of fun. Hope you join me. Making a quick stop at Bonneville Dam, and somewhere up in those hills is Indian Point.
Went into the fog. You can see Beacon Rock though up here coming up on the left.
Remnants of the fire.
Yeah, that's never good. $1,000 worth of technology.
And then he listened to me. I'm going by a picture I took from my phone at the start of the trail. Although I didn't see that it said 406 East.
There's literally people walking by us in shorts.
All right, we're at the first fork in the road. Onward and upward. So from a near vertical ascent of switchbacks, the trail takes us up this little rise to this spectacular view of the valley. And we are about a little over halfway to our goal. Well, we made it to the top of the ridge. We're going along the ridge trail on our way to Indian Point. Up until this point, it's been about a 2,500 foot elevation gain, 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's been a very strenuous, pretty much vertical switchback hike. Can't wait for the view. It's going to be epic. Well, we made it. Made it to Indian Point. This is looking down the Columbia Gorge towards Portland. Flip you around. That's actually Indian Point right there. And this is looking up the Columbia Gorge towards Idaho. Now we just got to go back down. That's going to be even tougher. So just some perspective of the incline we are going up. You can see some of the team up a little further and Winkleman right there. This is pretty much straight up zigzaggy back and forth. So the point is just down there, and that's the way we came. That's the trail that we came down from the ridgeline, and now we're headed down Gorton Creek Trail, which descends along the perimeter of the mountain we just ascended and takes us back to the van. Well, we're getting pretty close to the end of this. We're only about a mile from the car. I thought I'd take an opportunity to share with you some of this past year's journey. So the weight loss thing really started with nutrition, right? Getting healthy in that regard, and then physical activity as well. And just started walking. And it got to a point where we were walking 10 miles a day, and which is a pretty decent investment in time. So one of the things that cropped up from this were foot issues. For years being overweight and having flat feet, I had inserts, which were fantastic. They were a godsend and fabulous when I needed them. But putting that much time on my feet, I started getting plantar fasciitis because of them. So ultimately, I ended up transitioning to barefoot everything. I wear 5-toe socks. I wear barefoot shoes. I do exercises to strengthen my arches. I wear prosthetics at night and in the evening to stretch out my toes and hopefully over the years straighten them so that my feet go back to a more natural position and spread, which is better for you, better for your feet, and better for your balance and other activities. So it's been one of a painful process, but I you know what, I can't say enough about the 5-toe socks. I'm not going to go with any brands, right? Because there's a lot of them out there. I know which ones I like to wear, but I thought they were kind of creepy and felt weird at first. But you know what? I love them, and since then, I've never had a single toe blister because the individual toes are wrapped. So your toes aren't rubbing inside the shoe. Sorry, I guess not so much inside the shoe as inside the sock. So with just regular tube socks, your toes are moving free and they are what's rubbing against the sock. And I was getting huge blisters on the tips of my toes from all the walking. So switching to 5-toe socks actually helped to correct that. I've never had a blister since on my toes. Now my heels and the bottoms of my feet, we'll see with the extra hiking. So nothing so far in terms of all the walking and the cycling, but nothing, you know, no blisters on the toes and nothing on the heels yet. So I highly recommend exploring what works for you. Like I said, I had prosthetics for years and needed them, right? Inserts. Good Feet store, they were fantastic when I needed them, but the amount of mileage I was putting on my feet and having lost the weight helped dramatically, but it just created so many issues and ended up just transitioning away from them. So again, give it a shot, right? If it's something that maybe works for you, then fantastic. But that's been a big thing over the last year, and a big transition. So I'm gonna keep focusing on the trail so I don't fall. We'll check in a little bit.